Hello once again and welcome back to the Trains a New Era, the NJP live stream route, part 4. And going to move right along here as we take our customary trip down the line all the way from what is currently known as Lakewood, and work our way all the way back to Riverbend, working our way along the line as we go here. And once again, I'm compiling all of this into one nice little series for you guys, so you don't have to go back and look through the live streams and find out where all the parts are and sit through all the tedium and boredom of watching me place down each building one by one, which can get to be a rather lengthy and tedious process. Trust me on that. I know I've laid a lot of them down. So we're looking at the layout as it currently stands in early 2018, actually, as I took a little break from recording these, and I'm back to it now, and we are back at Riverbend. Hello. Back to the Larry King, too. What? Anyway, this is the layout as it currently stands. Not a whole lot there as compared to what we had, but when you get down to the lower levels and look at it this way, there's actually quite a bit going on here. Even at this early phase in the game. This would be around the 11th of November of 2016. So that was, it was mid-November, and this is what the live stream route looked like at that time. And I got to learn how to speak one of these days too. So, as you can see, we got the railroad depot basically finished. Got a few little details I want to put in there, and maybe put some along the other side there. String of cars sitting there. That's going to end up in the parking lot eventually. And I think I might have mentioned this before, but what I like to do is as I'm going through the content manager, because some of these names of these buildings are so cryptic, you don't know what the heck you're getting here until you actually place it down. So when I find something interesting, I actually lay it down on the map and kind of make a little, like a palette out of it. Eventually I want to use all of those buildings I got sitting there. But right now, let's take a look down by the river here, because this part of the layout is actually shaping up pretty decently. If we get down here by the water side. Oh, hold your breath, we're underwater here. Oh, there we go. Whew. Oh, a deep breath there. So, yeah, I like the way this area is turning out with the riverbank. We got the city on the left, and we got kind of wilderness on the right-hand side, and then the little subdivision that's coming together over there, slow but sure, and a lone boat in the harbor. So I think I'm going to turn it over to me and describe what is going on here.
I've been doing a little bit of work off camera once again, actually a lot of work. And as you can see, this area down here is now complete. Yay! We have the, we have a housing development over here. All the townhouses and stuff are all lined up in here. Road here, a little shopping center. We got stores all lined up on the road here. Cul-de-sac, and this thing's kind of neat. I did not notice this before, but I'm going to try, like I said, to zoom in on it and show you what this monument actually says. And it's kind of it's a memorial in a way. There we go. I don't know if you can actually read that, but in fond memory of our lost trains friends, you will not be forgotten. That's pretty cool that they put that in the game. I really doing before, yeah, the warehouse district. We got a series of buildings over here, and a road running alongside here. This bridge is actually one of my. I'm kind of proud of the way this bridge turned out here. It more like a real life bridge. Instead of having to build the earth up around the bridge, I found a way to move the splines up and make the bridge conform to the splines, and that happened. So, and of course we have the micro mini storage over here, complete with an IKEA truck sitting in there. Yes, folks, IKEA. And of course we got to have a bus station over here. Yes, a Greyhound bus station right here in the city, and lots of buses around it. And I've kind of decided what I want to do over here is make it come into focus. There we go. This area here, I'm going to open this up a little bit more. And I'm going to make a little village in here. I'm going to take some side tracks and put on here, so they like a feed mill or something like that back in there. Just a typical Midwestern United States small town. And I'm going to try to super detail it and make it look really cool. So that's the plan for that area. This is going to open up a little bit more. And for this narrow part right here, I'm thinking about putting this game has what's called portals in it. Not Portal 1, not Portal 2, but it is where the game actually generates trains and runs them from one point to another on the track. So what I was thinking about doing is creating one portal right here. Well, I can actually...
And we jump into the first time lapse in this part of the series anyway, in part 4 here anyway. And getting ready to place the portal down here, and got it set just about right so that when I place it there, the portal will place the track just at the elevation where I need it. I'm kind of getting it moved into position. There we go. That's the one that's going to generate the train coming out. Now we're going to go to the other side, way over here. Move it off just a little bit and put the other portal over here, and what that's on there backwards. We're going to have to flip that 180 degrees around. There we go. That's good enough. And now we just have to find some track to connectificate these two together. Is that even a word? But put down the track, and there we go. Coming out of this portal, we're going to straighten that out a little bit. Put a little curve in it so it can get across the valley where the main line is. Remember, this line is not going to be connected in any way, shape, or form with the actual main track there. This is going to be a completely independent thing. It's going to run one train from one end of the portal to the other, and that's it. That's the only reason this exists up here. So, yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense, but in a way it kind of does. It's a scenic thing. So there, we got the portals connected. Let's straighten that out just a little bit. There we go. That's a lot better that way. And we're going to go back over here and hook the bridge up. Find an appropriate bridge. I like the Warren Truss bridge types, actually. So let's look that up in the content manager here. And oh, there we go. Found one right away. So we'll put that down and get it set on there at about the angle where I want it. And then take the tracks, run them up to the edge of the bridge, and they will automatically connect to the track on the bridge. Kind of like this. There we go. And we connect to the other side up, and there we go. Voila. It is time to see if this thing works. So we're going to jump into the passenger train down at the depot at River Bend and take a run up the line here and see if we can see a train get automatically generated here at the portal. So let's get back to the passenger train part.
Oh, I forgot to turn the lights on and do this. Kind of a sad sounding horn. Oh, look at this. We're running a passenger train here, guys. I like it. Let's give this thing... Let's roll some coal here, guys. Cars are already sitting there waiting on us. All right.
Alright, I cut some footage out here and speeded things up dramatically, and we're going to take it up to the, oh boy, camera movement there. Here we are, stopped, waiting for the train to show up.
Let me jump out of the cab here and take a look around. I don't see any trains coming out of this. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that, guys. It works. It bloody works. There's a train coming out of the portal. I'm loving it. I am loving it. That is so cool. Well, look, he's got his Mars light going. That's nifty. That is nifty. The portal is creating a train as we watch. Yeah, we wish to see another train passing over us. Just bear with us. We want to see if it's going to cave in the bridge more than anything. Speaking of cave and portals, yeah. Goldie, you knew where that one was heading, and I won't state the obvious. Okay, I know. Alright, let's jump down into the... Oh, look at that. That is so sweet. I'm sorry, guys, but I am totally impressed by this. This is... I love it. I just love it, man.
Yeah, wow. I know. Got a little excited there, kind of like a little kid on Christmas Day, I guess. I don't know. But it was pretty neat the first time I actually had a train self-generate on here and move on to the opposite destination. So, yeah, it was kind of a proud moment for me at that point. So anyway, there's a little bit more development going on here, and let's get on with things and see what other stuff we got in store. There could be a big change in store for this layout, so let's stick around for that if you dare.
There, that looks pretty darn cool. Mooncrest Village. Let me write that one down, because that's a name I think is going to stick with this. I love that name, Mooncrest Village. My gosh, that's extremely creative. Goldie, you get all the credit for that one. 100% of the credit goes to you for naming this town Mooncrest Village. I love it. I love it. Great. O-O-N-C-R-E-S-T. All right. Village. Well, that's done. Well, it's not done, but it's started. And we still haven't really come up with a name for this area here yet. Oh, man, that took a long time to render out, didn't it?
All right, and into the fast forward and time-lapse mode we go once again here, as I often do during the cut takes on the live stream route thing here. Rearranging the tracks in the yard in the city that is going to become known as Riverbend, which we know, of course, in 2018 it is Riverbend. But at the time I was recording this, I don't think we had the name picked out for the city just yet. So anyway, yeah, I was not happy with the way I had the tracks originally laid out. You can see they were half a mile apart, so I'm moving them all back together and being very OCD about it as I go, and working on both ends of the yard at the same time because I want to make sure they're all parallel. Now we're back on the west end of the yard and getting these all squared away. Got one more track I got to pull into a turnout over here, and we'll grab a hold of that and drag it in. And actually, this looks pretty good for what it is, but later on you'll see that we'll do a little bit more revision on this and make it look a little bit better. So, yeah, so far looking pretty good here at the Riverbend yard. And I'm going to switch it over to the wireframe view here in a second, and then we'll go back to the live stream audio as I describe what's going on. So here is me on the live stream audio.
That's actually not bad. I'm pretty happy about the way that worked out. That's, yeah. I don't know about you, but I kind of like that. We'll put all the scenery back in there. And now we got a lot of extra room down here where the yard is, but like I said, I don't know if I want to add any more tracks to it. If I do, it's going to complicate things, but we'll have to think about that one for a week before we decide. There is room. We could add probably 2 more tracks into the yard if we really wanted to, but do we want to? Don't we want to? I don't know. Let me see. Let me change the time of day here once. Nighttime. Ooh, there's the sun over there on the right-hand side. Yeah, so you can actually set this up to make a cycle so that it actually runs automatically around the clock. There we go. I'll show you what that looks like as this is automatically doing this now. Sun is setting. It's becoming nighttime. And only a few of the buildings are lit up. I don't have any streetlights in this city. I'm going to have to see if it... I don't even know if that's possible or not. But this is the cycle of daylight. Now we're coming up on morning. There's no moon either. Sun's coming up midday. So anyway, that'll do it for this portion of the stream with the Tane layout. Moving right along.
And yes, we are moving right along here. It is time to get out of here. We've used up a lot of time here just looking at stuff. This is Riverbend as it stood on the 11th of November 2016. And looking pretty good, actually. So we're going to jump out of this thing and say thanks for watching once again. This is part 4 of the evolution of the live streamer out here on the NJP Vlogs and Stuff channel. We'll talk to you again real soon. And until we do, of course, whatever it is in life you do, keep on doing what it is you do.